Hello, Virgo, and welcome to Bunny Cat's Oracle, or welcome back if it's not your first time here. It's great to have you here on the channel. Today, I'm going to be doing a mid-January 2021 general reading for Virgo. I do apologize I didn't get the readings out earlier this month. I did have every intention to, but unfortunately, I've been a bit sick, so I've just needed some time to recover and catch up on my other work, but I'm back. January 14th. Let's say this reading will be for, I don't know, the next couple of weeks, the rest of the month, or whenever you click on it. Oh, before I begin, I want to say a prayer for everyone. I pray that you are healthy, that you are happy as you can be in these times, that things are moving in the right direction for you, that you and your loved ones are safe and healthy and protected, and that you are making all your dreams come true. So let's get started. Just gonna put my coffee aside. Okay, today I'm using the Smith Waite Tarot. It's just like a very classic deck. Felt drawn to use this deck for you guys for whatever reason. So what do we have in store for Virgo? What does Virgo need to hear this month whenever they clicked on this video? It's Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or cross watchers who are interested, or just anyone interested in this video for Virgo, please. And please remember, all of these readings are done in the spirit of fun, and that is my intention. And if something doesn't apply to you, please don't try to make it fit, or don't let the cards scare you. I never want to scare anybody with these readings. So Virgo, please, mid-January 2021. Congratulations to everyone listening to this reading, because you survived 2020. If you're still alive, that's pretty good for these strange times that we're living in. I feel like we need to be patient with ourselves. Like the bar has been lowered for what we can expect at the moment. Maybe not everyone is, thriving. This is a really difficult time of year as well. But if you're hanging in there, you're doing your best every day. In my book, you're doing great. Okay. Okay. One more shuffle here, and then we will get started. All right. Okay. I cut it 3 times. Uno, dos, tres. This will be my first block. And I'm going to do my rainbow spread again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Let's take a look at your present, Virgo. I'm going to take 3 cards per each pile, so your reading is less of a hot mess than it typically is. Oh, this is interesting. You know what? As you guys know, I may have mentioned before on the channel, if you've been watching, I don't go out of my way to do reversals in these general readings. I will take them if the card is interested in reversing itself. But just because they are very general, I do them. It's not that like I don't do reversals, but I just don't go out of my way to reverse the cards. So somehow this card has reversed himself. So I'm not sure. But, the 3 of Swords in your present position reversed. This is one of the few cards in the tarot deck that actually has a more positive meaning when it is reversed than when it is upright. So I'm very glad that this card managed to reverse itself. And again, I don't even know how that happened. I shuffle in such a way that the cards, generally remain upright. But this is really good. And then we have this fire energy here. So, when 3 of Swords is reversed, it tells me that you're healing. I should have said that to begin with, but you may have been through some sort of heartbreak, but in the present, you were healing from that. When this card is reversed, these swords can fall out of the heart. They can be removed. You can let it go. You can move on, right? And then with these 2 fire cards on top, 8 of Wands, it's a card of communication. Page of Wands is a card of real enthusiasm. It tells me that maybe if you've been through something painful recently, in the recent past, you're getting a move on, you're healing, and you seem to be motivated to kind of put yourself out there again, whatever that means for you. So you may be making a lot of calls and emails. You may just be feeling a lot chattier than you normally are. You may be moving around more. Maybe you're making short trips around the city or getting out for more walks. I'm not sure. And the Page of Wands, again, it's that very enthusiastic energy, somebody that's totally prepared to just jump into the fray and do their best, even if, they don't have a lot. They don't seem to be in an environment that's necessarily very supportive for them, but they're just so sure that they can make it just with their wit and their creativity and their good ideas, and it's just ready to go. The card can also talk about good news. I think I'll take the clarifiers later, but we'll just say for now, this is really nice. It's like the energy of somebody that's just picking themselves up and is like, all right, let's go. Like, I'm really tired of kind of sitting around feeling sorry for myself, and it's just time to move forward. And I really do like that a lot. Recent past, 10 of Wands here. So it does feel like you did have some heavy burdens. There was a Page of Cups and there was a King of Pentacles. So I don't know what to say about this King of Pentacles. You could have been working with somebody recently that just put a lot of expectations on you. This could be like a boss at work. Generally represents a wealthy male, but doesn't have to be. But it seems like you've had a lot on your plate. It could even be like the holidays. I find the holidays really stressful. Obviously, so much so that I managed to make myself, sick. Yeah, a lot of people do, right? And then we have this Page of Cups energy. So you could have heard from a lover. You could have a message of love. You could have even had a young person around in the recent past, maybe somebody who you really cared about. But for whatever reason, the situation just felt very burdensome, very heavy. I think I'm going to get more on that a little later. I'm going to just kind of let that sit and simmer for a bit. Oh, we got the Wheel of Fortune coming in, your near future, and the Ace of Pentacles. That's cool. You know what? I saw that when I was shuffling, but I didn't point it out. There's lovely, and the High Priestess. So seems to be a new opportunity coming in here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Pentacles. Both of these cards represent 1. This is card 10. 1 plus 0 is 1, and this is an ace, so it's a 1. So it feels like there's a wrapping up of the old and there's a new beginning. You're ready to maybe jump into something new. There's a need to use your intuition, and you may be in the near future feeling very intuitive yourself. Another option with the High Priestess, because it is the card of Pisces, is that you may actually be working with a Pisces or get an opportunity through a Pisces, but it does seem there's something new here for you. And it does feel like a new phase in your life with the Wheel of Fortune. You might even be really lucky. You might feel like, your luck is starting to change. Maybe things are actually starting to improve. It feels really good. It feels like really good energy. Let's see what's hidden here. We got the 7 of Cups. So you've got lots of options, more than you know. And the Empress. So I'm seeing an abundance of options here. And the Queen of Cups. Okay, so very strong female energy in your reading here. Women in your life, or even like motherly type figures, may be figuring in very prominently. I said the same thing to Taurus. They had a lot of queens close together as well. So that might be something. Some of you may actually be thinking about getting pregnant, or may even be pregnant and not know. If that doesn't apply to you, please just ignore that I said that. I actually hate it when tarot readers say that to me, because I'm like, nah, there's absolutely not a chance that I'm pregnant, and I refuse to hear that. But I just say it because there's so much female energy here, and there's also this Empress card. The Empress is often shown pregnant, as she's a mother of all mothers. So that might not necessarily be the case, but maybe for some of you, it could even be like, that you may be having twins or triplets, right? With this 7 of Cups here. If that was the case, oh my God, that's such a crazy thing to say. Another option may be maybe for the males reading here, that you have a lot of women interested in you, that you have a lot of options in love. Quite possibly a water sign, a Pisces. We have Pisces here, and then we have the Queen of Cups. So it could be Cancer, Scorpio, or what was the other one? Pisces. Yeah, that's the first one I said. And the Empress card here represents Taurus. So that's another option. A lot of women, a lot of options. It may be women that want to work with you. It may be women who are interested in you romantically, but something is going on here. We'll get more on that later. We'll just let that simmer. What's motivating you this month? I got the King of Cups and I've got the Lovers. Okay. So you guys definitely have love on your mind. If you don't have love on your mind, it's really about choices. The Lovers card talks about the choices that we make, right? So if you choose, the right person or the right job, you get to live in paradise, right? If you choose the wrong person, it's hell. It's the opposite. So our choices are very important. So you may be thinking about a big choice you make, or thinking about who you want your partner to be, right? There may be somebody around you that you're interested in who feels like, wife material with the Empress card here. Or it may be that you want to be the wife, right? Or the wife and the mama, or I don't know, the kitty mama, right? I'm a kitty mama. I'm not a human mama. So that could be a thing. I'm also getting a sense too of being in control of your emotions with the King of Cups. Somebody who's able to keep calm. We look at the King of Cups. He's sitting in this chair. He's riding on some very rocky waves. There's a boat in the background that seems to be having kind of a hard go, a sailboat over here. But the King of Cups is totally calm. Like he's able to keep his chair, whatever that is, his throne, upright and just kind of float, right? So it's somebody who may be going through a lot of emotional upheaval. There may be a lot of drama around you coming from other people, or there may be even just a lot of things kind of weighing on you heavily, but you're not showing it. You're getting on with things, right? That's kind of what I saw here. Able to keep really, really calm. As far as astrology goes, the Lovers is associated with Gemini. King of Cups can be a water sign, can be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Again, lots of water signs showing up in the reading here. So that might mean something for some of you. You may have one of those signs on your mind. Let's look at some advice. And then I'm going to do the clarifiers after. So we'll get some more messages here. Should be interesting. We have the Seven of Wands, which is about sticking up for yourself. We got the King of Wands. This is about being a leader, a creative leader, somebody who thinks outside of the box and isn't afraid to go after what they want. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. So 2 sevens together. Maybe a sort of work challenge for you. Seven of Pentacles is about somebody kind of asking themselves, like, is it worth it? Should I keep doing this? Like, is it really going to pay off? And the Seven of Wands, again, sticking up for yourself, not letting anybody kind of push you around. It's also advocacy, like you could be sticking up for somebody else. But I'm sort of hearing just like stand up for yourself with regards to a work challenge. Maybe with regards to a fire sign, if you're working with a fire sign or like a very charismatic leader, it could be about standing your ground with them. Another alternative is you could be romantically involved with a fire sign and you may have to stick up for yourself. It may be a little challenging. You may be tempted to kind of just let them have their way because it's just easier. But the Seven of Wands would be saying, no, you need to insist on getting what you need and coming to a fair resolution of whatever that is. Like some of you could have gone through some sort of divorce recently and you're needing to get your fair share of the marital property or your, I don't know, child support payment or something like that, right? This card, Seven of Wands, is also, it's a card of advocacy, so it can represent the lawyers involved. Others of you, it may be about needing to take on this energy of the King of Wands, needing to believe yourself and be like this charismatic leader and actually speak your truth, right? And show people what you're made of. So don't be shy. That's sort of what I'm hearing here, Virgo. However that applies to your life. Overall, looking really positive. Cards here talking about good luck and abundance. Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Pentacles, and the Empress is very positive. A lot of cards here talking about intuition. And several females around you. Either way, it's a very abundant feeling that I'm getting overall. Lots of options available to you, however that manifests in love or work. So it does feel very, very positive. I'm going to take some Lenormand cards. I have been learning to read this Lenormand deck. A lot of other readers on YouTube are using Lenormand. It wasn't something I had even heard of before. Of course, my background is in tarot and cartomancy, and this is a totally different system invented by a woman named Marianne Lenormand. And my name's also Marianne. So I thought that was really cool. And they have this nice gilded vibe. There's like gold edges and there's a lot of gold in the images. And it just makes me think of like New Year's Eve parties and, old timey little gatherings, which is not something I got to do this year. So I've been kind of living vicariously through these cards. Anyway, let's just see here. I'm going to get a couple of cards. I've got the Child and I've got the birds falling on top of the King of Cups. So some of you may be really nervous about a child. This can represent like a nervous nervousness about a child. There may be also gossip. This can be gossip about a child or coming from a young person, or there may be a little bit of a gossip about a new start, something new that you did. It fell in your line of motivation and on top of the King of Cups. So the King of Cups could represent a man in your life, either with whom you have a child, or it could represent your kid. Like maybe they're all grown up and that's something about their personality. There seems to be something nervous about them. Or some sort of something maybe that you heard about them. Maybe it's not your kid, it's just somebody that you knew. This can also be gossip, like coming from a child. Interesting. Okay. And I have the bear. So something feels like a big deal. Okay. Nervous, big. With the Lenormand deck, it's really about language. So we go subject, verb, adverb, or you can read them in pairs, subject and adverb, starting with the subject and then like qualifying words. So it's kind of a different approach. The bear represents something really big. It can also feel like an authority or like a dominating person. So if the King of Cups is like a dominating person in your life, it may be that you feel like they're sort of dominating you in some way. There may be some chatter or some, I want to say like manipulation or brainwashing. That sounds really intense. But it feels like there's a dominating energy, and it's somebody who's very chatty. So they might not necessarily be a man. It could be a female too, but it's somebody that's very like good with words, but kind of just makes you nervous, and maybe is gossiping, or maybe there's a lot of gossip. It just may be that a child has a lot to say, or that there's a lot of talk about some sort of new start. Take that how it resonates for you. Let's see here. I'm going to look at this line here. High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Pentacles. See if we can get anything else here. I've got the mice. I've got the lilies. I don't know if I want to take one more. I'm going to leave this here. It feels like something... The mice can represent a loss. They can represent something... gnawing away at you as well. It almost feels like a loss of innocence, or growing out of a loss, like maturing. This is one of these tricky cards too. The lilies can represent innocence. They can represent maturity. It can represent sexual desire. So it can mean so many different things. These are like very opposing meanings. So it's a very tricky thing. So this can be a loss of innocence. It can be a loss of sexual desire, and which it sounds negative on the surface, but this could actually be a really positive thing. So what I could see playing out here for some of you, because I had pulled the Three of Swords reversed in the present, right? Which shows me that you're healing from some sort of heartbreak. It may be that you're just like falling out of love with this person. You're becoming less and less attracted to them day by day. And that's really helping you to move on and just kind of get your good energy back and really focus on your career, right? So as long as we're still attracted to people and still interested in them, it's easy for them to hurt us, right? We miss them, and it's tempting to, text them in the middle of the night and all that. So this can be a positive thing, if that is how that applies to you. There's also a feeling like maybe you are maturing from a loss, like something or someone that is recently, this is a small loss. It's not like a big deal. It's mice, right? They take a couple bites out of your apple or your bread. They're not taking everything. Do you know what I mean? It could be that you are maturing, having lost something or having given up something, recently. Something left your life, but it's for the better. It's sort of the sense that I'm getting, is something that's helping you to grow and is helping you to move on, and like kind of no big deal, but you seem to be learning something from that. That's cool. Let's move on here. Let's get some cards over here. The Empress, the Seven of Cups. What's that all about? Okay, we've got the Coffin, and we've got the Bouquet. Oh, cool. Okay, so the Coffin could talk about something that's buried or hidden or dead, or, it seems really dramatic. And the Bouquet is about praise, appreciation, or like a gift. Really lovely card. I really like this. Oh, so fancy. I think it's tulips. Looks like maybe roses, but I think it's actually tulips. So I feel like there's some hidden praise. There's some maybe buried feelings Um, it's like you're not aware of how much praise you're getting or what people are actually feeling about you. And because you do have the options card here, I do feel like this is very positive. It's just kind of unknown to you. It could also represent the death of praise, or, if it was coming from you, there may have been somebody again that you were very attracted to, that you had really nice things to say to, and you've kind of seen the light, or you just, don't feel that way anymore. But it could be vice versa. It could be that somebody around you is not giving you as much praise, but I don't really feel that way, just because the tarots to me talk about all this abundance. Again, this is what's hidden to you and all these options. So I feel almost, it's like, yeah, maybe people are saying really nice things about you or really appreciating you or praising you, but they're not saying it to your face. This could even be a young person, because there was this kind of confusing message over here about big talk coming from a young person. Maybe people are saying like a lot about you and you don't get to hear it. I don't know. I think things are better than they seem. Okay. And maybe a few more. Okay. So I have the stork and I have the tree, and so this is change and the tree is growth, and the storks travel long distances. They can also be about pregnancy. Sorry to bring it up again, but there's, enough cards on the table here talking about pregnancy. Again, babies don't have to be babies. Your art can be your child. Your pets can be your child. So I could literally interpret this as a baby growing. There's a baby growing. But I also could see this as a change and growth, right? A change leading to growth. Some sort of transformation. This is like a big transformation. So I think you are growing. Now, whether that's with child or just in your own way, you're definitely growing. You're becoming a mighty oak and not just a little seed, right? So there is some kind of wonderful transformation happening here. Well, that's cool. I like that. Do we need any more Lenormand cards? Yeah, why not? Okay. Oh, my dear. What am I doing here? Okay. We have a woman, and she's kind of a sexy woman, sort of showing her boobs. There were 2 women cards in this deck, and they're, one of them is kind of got her boobs out, and one of them is looking a little bit more innocent with the book. So it's supposed to kind of give you a sense about what type of woman this is. This fell in your presence. And then we have a house. So we have a woman of the family. I can't help but feel like this may be about a relationship that's ended. Let's just get one more card just to kind of clarify, and a choice. Okay. So there's a woman choosing where to live, a woman house, and a choice. And that might be applying to you. You may be moving. You may be moving into a new home and growing in your new home. And that may be a result of a breakup or some sort of misunderstanding, but that would explain why you're on the move with the communication card and making lots of short trips and very enthusiastic. If that applies to you, I hope you find a new home that you really enjoy and that you feel very comfortable in. If it's more metaphorical, like finding a new job, I do think you would be very lucky. Like, you definitely have something new being offered to you here, and you've got luck on your side, and you do seem to have a lot of options and a lot of people who are praising you that you're not aware of. So it looks really positive. However, this resonates with you. Hopefully some have resonated, at least the good stuff. And if the bad stuff doesn't resonate, then that's good too. That's even better. Okay. I'm going to get a few oracle cards. Let's see here. Maybe an animal spirit. Yeah. Just dig these out. They're so far away. Okay. Let's pull an animal spirit. Oh, sorry. My microphone is twisting around. Okay. What do we have for Virgo? What animal spirits does Virgo have for the rest of January? I'm literally just going to grab the cards, shuffle all day. Okay. We've got the gazelle and we've got the whale. Nice. Okay. The whale, it's reminding me of this bear energy representing something really big, something really, really big. Is it a big change that you're going through? like a big transformation. The gazelle is a creature who moves very, very fast. It's associated with fire, which is kind of the vibe you're giving off in the present here, Virgo, like swooping in, like just like picking yourself up and moving on really, really quickly, and doing so in a really big way. So I don't know what that means for you. If you're moving house, if you're getting a divorce, if you're moving into a totally new occupation, but it definitely feels like a really big change, a big, like a transformation. So you know what, this time next year, I think you are going to be a totally different person. And it'd be interesting to kind of like take notes, maybe write in a journal kind of what you're going through and what you hope to change and where you hope to be, and to like look back on that, because I feel like this is going to be probably a really big year for you, not just a big, couple of weeks, or some kind of big change coming in. So best of luck with all of that, Virgo. I hope this reading was somehow helpful to you, or at least entertaining. It's been really lovely reading your cards today. And I want to thank you for joining me here on the channel. I wish you all the best. I hope to see you again really soon. Until then, take very good care. Bye.